Whoa, we've already got a like in here. Who's that one liked legend? So yeah, just for future viewers, thanks for checking in. So basically today, I don't know how long this live stream is going to be, but first and foremost, before we get started, let's talk about our sponsor, MycoSage. That's me, because I don't have sponsors because I want to stay independent, and I don't want to, like peddle bad products or bad info for you guys. So yeah, if you guys would like to support me, you can sign up with the code Appalencis coupon code at checkout for the mycofile tier, and you're gonna gain access to all the videos for only $250 plus Discord access and ad-free videos and all that good stuff. So I just recently lost all my members, so it would really help if you would go sign up. And if you've ever found my videos to be informative or helpful and you want to give back a little and help yourself to all my videos and stuff, then please check it out. Thank you. It's in the description. What's up, Damon? Good to see you, bro. What's up, Chaotic? What's up, Bill Cooper? And for other news, I hear like so many crows outside. My gosh, they're loud. But it's hot, so I'm leaving the window open. Yeah, mentorship and genetics. Also, hit me up in the email, mycophilia.official@gmail.com. And also, all the discount codes that you could help yourself with down below. Yo, Smokin' Joe, what's up? The man from the Smokin' Joe restaurant. I remember, I sometimes think about your smoke, and I'm like, hey, I wonder if he's still around. I haven't seen you for a while. And you were on Patreon there for a while, I remember. So good to see you, Smoke Man. Percy, thank you for your support. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to the Mycophiles tier. Thank you, thank you. Every little bit helps, guys. And honestly, it's a really, really, really good deal. It's practically free. Smoking Joe says, yo, 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 my family finally moved out and I have my room back. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All of you guys here are the real ones because we got more likes than viewers. Thank you, thank you. Andy says, do you have a preferred method to pasteurize Jiffy Mix for casing? Yes. Check out the, okay, so I guess you've seen my Instant Pot video where I go over the pasteurization process. But generally, if you got an electric pressure cooker, if it has a keep warm setting, check what temperature that goes to. You want it to be above 140, but no more than 170 Fahrenheit. So get a thermometer in there and check it out. And if it's anywhere in between there, then it's good for pasteurization. Same process as Instant Pot. Daniel Rathbun says, dude, I learned so much from you. Just started out with mycology. I got some core vermiculite and gypsum in the mail today. Other goodies on the way. Cool, cool, Daniel. Glad to hear that, man. And for anybody who's looking to grow the way that I do, I have a supply list of everything that you need to get started, including Agar. All the stuff that I recommend, all the materials that work, because some materials do not work in this hobby. So if you want to get a supply list curated by me, who's doing this professionally, then check it out. And if you guys have any questions, post below. Bill Cooper says, I have giant boulders growing in my grass lover's tub. Florida, no fruits yet. Oh, okay, so you got some nice sclerotia going on there. It's weird, man. Like, I haven't had much sclerotia producers for a while. Like, they've always been fruiting recently. But in the past, usually I find that happens when you have, like, an old culture. Like, if you've swabbed a plate for a long time ago, and the mycelium's just been sitting there for months, then you'll often find that basically they're gonna not really fruit. It's like they got used to not fruiting to like harsh conditions because it's not an ideal condition to be sitting in an agar plate for so long, right? Without much nutrients, so they go into this sort of stasis, and they kind of carry that on to the bulk sub. Becky says, do you have pre-made agar that we can purchase? Asking for a friend. I mean, you know, I might, I've thought about it, but I'm in Canada, so I'm afraid the shipping may be a little bit higher, but I'll have to look into it. Maybe one of these days I will start doing it, because I know like lots of places will sell you plates that are contaminated which is ridiculous. If you buy from me, you definitely won't have that issue. But yeah, maybe eventually. Yeah. But I have been considering going to spore syringes and maybe even liquid culture once I return. Aaron Faust says, just joined, use my code, work great, looking forward to the videos. Awesome, Aaron. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it. Bill Cooper says probably it was an old ISS, I guess. I don't know what isolated spore syringe in my fridge over here. That's why, man. That's why. If you get one of those to fruit and you get them to drop spores, take the spores, put it on the agar plate, and fruit it out, and they will fruit like crazy. I can almost promise you. Tariq says, can you talk about the lifetime membership? Sure thing. So lifetime membership is basically you pay it once and you don't have to pay again to gain access to MycoSage. Your membership is suggested for life, or unless my website gets taken down, which is a possibility. But I'm keeping track of all the names and all of your emails of all the lifetime members so that once I get a new place set up, then I can message you guys and give you the same role on the new website. And I am actually in the process of planning a new website as well. Like the current website I had was great, but obviously with the payment processor we had some issues. So I need to create a website where I could apply some other safer payment processor. So that I thought about how can I integrate it, but it's like takes a lot of coding and programming and it's just not worth it. Well, we got a lifetime Mycophiles and Priority Lounge. Welcome aboard to the person who just signed up. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so with the new website, I want to make it so that I don't have to worry about all that stuff. So I want to make sure that it's as bulletproof as possible, every single angle. And there's a lot of moving parts, and I have to vet each moving part to make sure that it's secure. So it's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it for the long run because I am going to be here for the long run, and we're going to keep going and going. And I'm going to release Appalencis, and I'm going to keep making cool videos for you guys. And yeah, let's do this, guys. Smash that like button, by the way. We got 24 people, 14 likes. I know we can do better than that. Andy Barrow says sport prints are my favorite. Rebecca says, I really want to try making liquid culture, but I think I should wait until I master the basics. I mean, really, liquid culture is only for commercial reasons. You know, if you're not going to be growing like massive amounts of like the same culture, then there's really no point. Aaron Faust says, after making a liquid culture, will it keep longer in a fridge, in a syringe than in a mason jar, or the same? I think it's pretty much the same. Smoking Joe says, honestly, it's been so long, I have to start over again. Oh, I know that feeling. But don't worry, once you start reading things again, then things are going to start popping back in your mind. Very discouraging. I'm sure you understand starting over. What is your motivation and why should we keep going? Well, for me, this is how I make my living. So that's one part. But I mean, like, if you feel like you have to find the motivation, then maybe you don't really want to be doing it. Hey, Daniel, welcome to the Mycophiles. Thank you for joining. You are awesome. You're awesome, my friend. And anybody else who are interested, want to get the membership roster of the MycoSage website back up so Sage doesn't go broke, check it out. $250, only $250 for the first month with the code Appalencis. Where are we? Andy says, what's the Appalencis mycelium act like on Agar? It acts like a more aggressive Florida grass lover with very aerial mycelium and lots of plate pins. But now in the F4, there's less plate pins. I haven't gotten a plate pin in a long time, but the original cross plates, all of them put out tons of pins, which I never get, especially at that speed from these species. And for a while, they just throw out like, well, they still do. They throw out really, really aerial mycelium. Kiddo says, hi Sage, do you live in Canada? I'm looking to purchase an exotic genetic from you. I'm also from Canada, so it may be more convenient to purchase from you rather than an American vendor. Yeah, absolutely, man. Hit me up, mycophilia.official@gmail.com, and I will send you the genetics menu. That goes for anybody interested in genetics and mentorship. Hit me up at mycophilia.official@gmail.com. Running a sale before I leave because it's not going to be available for some time. And also because in Canada, we got the Canada Post strike coming up. Ooh, not again. Ooh, they're going to go broke. So, yeah. Spores. Larry Bird says, hey, kiddo, I wouldn't worry about that. Spores ship fine in the mail. Yeah, Larry Bird, but you know what? You shouldn't discourage someone from purchasing from me either, right? It is my live stream. It is my channel. X says, hi, dude. Good to catch your live stream. What's up, Slash? Rebecca says, it's still not taking my email to sign up, but I still have one more account / membership that needs to run out. That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on. There's some weird stuff going on. Like, there's so many glitches, you know? Like, not really, not just the website side, but also like banks and stuff like that are like very specific to an individual's, you know, what they use and things like that. So yeah, but there's a lot of weird stuff. Smoking Joe says, that's very good advice. You're honest and I appreciate that. Absolutely, man. Larry, so it's in the description. My email's in the description. Tariq says, I have some Python coding in my background, but I mostly do AI training. You said you wanted some help with payment security. Maybe you could try an AI agent. Yeah, you know, but the thing is, I don't want to overcomplicate it any more than it needs to be. To basically, to retrofit my current site with the things that I want to do is just way more effort, and it's going to be like going for loopholes and things like that. And I have to like bring in all sorts of other systems and services. I don't want to do that. I'm a one-man show, so simplicity is really important. So I realize that it's just easier to start over. You know, it's like imagine like it was the same with your grows, right? Like if you get a contamination, then there's no point trying to trying to fix it because you won't fix it. It's going to lose anyways. You might win the battle for a couple battles, but you're going to lose the war. So it's just easier to start over, you know, fresh. But I appreciate the advice. Walter Black says, hello, my friend. I was wondering if you also sell full prints. Not usually, but I could. It's going to be a little higher price, but I can certainly let go of a couple of prints. So if you're interested, just let me know in the email that you're interested in a couple of prints. I don't know, if you pick up a couple of them, I'll give you a discount. Whoa. Sort of caught up the chat. Kiddo says, hi. Well, Slash, we'll see. Because as I said, prints are not what I usually sell. It's usually swabs. So you might not be able to get prints either. But ask me and we'll see. Kiddo says, hi, one more question. Do you have liquid culture for Natty? No, I don't have liquid culture currently, but I got a lot of okras. Spores. And but yeah, I do want to get into liquid culture. Yeah, you know, I wish I had more Canadian customers, honestly, because like pretty much all my customers are from the States, which is great, but it's kind of harder when it comes to like shipping and things like that and customs and all that. But I found a great way around it, so that's why I'm thinking about going liquid culture route. eventually. Whoa, I caught up to chat completely. Well, might as well show you guys some cool things I got going on here. This is wild okras from South Africa. I'm trenching them. They grow really slowly. And this is like the sclerotia, the truffles coming in. I wonder how this thing is doing. Oh, wow. Oh, no es bueno. Mm-hmm. What's up, Susan? Good to see ya. Cyrus says liquor would be awesome. Cool, cool. Kato says, I couldn't find a Canadian vendor until today. Oh, they're out there, but they're either overpriced or they're scamming. Captain Cupcake says, tasty time. I hope all's well. What's up, Captain Cupcake? Tariq says, hey man, if you ever need support, I'd love to give back something. You've really helped me out. I appreciate it, Tariq. Yeah. I got all the ways you could support me in the description. Check this out. Made this today. Oh, IT support. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I've had many people offer that for me. But the thing is, it's just like I don't really know any of them, you know? And it's like I'm giving them the keys to everything, and it's just kind of you know, that's sort of the hard thing, along with, you know, hiring people and stuff to help me do stuff around. It's, you know, obviously, especially in this field, you have to be super careful. So that's a big bottleneck. But I really appreciate the thought. And and honestly, if I were to do anything like that, like I've had volunteers before, but in reality, volunteers are the most expensive. You know, in terms of the amount of time and effort you have to spend, rather than just, you know, having like a job. You know, having somebody that you pay to do the work. And if I am going to hire anybody, it's not going to be volunteers. It's going to definitely be people that are getting paid, so that we both know what is expected of either one, and there's a air of professionality, and also, like, as long as it's not, I would prefer if they're not from this field, you know. Corvidae says, I'm out of the loop. Are okras what we used to refer to as gnats? Yes. There was a study done, check it out, just like okra, Centrata. Civil War Buff says, how long do you run your flow hood before use? I use it immediately. Maybe just like I turn it on and I get everything ready and I do it. It's not, you know, it's pretty much been busted, that whole myth about, oh, you have to run it for like 30 minutes before you start using it. It's not true. If that's the case, then it's like your flow hood is really, really faulty. It's like, you know, that's the whole point, is to be able to push out clean air. And if it can't do that, then it's not a very good flow hood. Now, when we talk about still air box, you know, after you mist it, then you got to wait, you know, a couple minutes before using it for all the particles to settle. Kato said, why not from this field? Various reasons. It's just easier. You know, it's like, it's better to get somebody who's just doesn't know anything about this field, is not invested in it, because there's a lot of conflict of interest. And so I would just prefer somebody who's out of this field, who's just going to focus on the work. And simple as that. Why complicate things, you know? Why complicate things? It's just easier when it's more distant, when you want to get something done professionally. You know, like, I'm not looking for friends. I used to think that was the case. I needed friends, but no, I don't need friends. I need people who could actually get stuff done. That's what I'm going for. It's not a kumbaya, therapy party as it sometimes becomes. It's kind of a very personal thing that I just shared right now, but I'm not having that anymore. That nonsense. Well, seems like I pretty much caught up to chat. Yeah, exactly. Because when it's from people from this field, usually it's people who have some kind of interests for their own thing, right? And it complicates things, and it's like they could be spies, they could who knows, right? So it's just simple, basic common sense. I'm not doing this for friendship in terms of like running things. Like when it comes to the running things, like I like talking to you guys, and obviously I like the community, but when it comes to getting shit done, I'm very serious about that. And a lot of people do not have the same kind of drive and attention to detail and just kind of dedication, because it's a job. Like it's not like a lot of people make the mistake and think that because it's a hobby for them, it's just a fun hobby for me. It's not. It's my job. It's my work. So I take it very seriously, and shit needs to get done. Simple as that. And I don't want to necessarily pussyfoot about things that need to be done. It's just why complicate things, it's like the saying, like business or money and friendship don't mix. It's the same thing. Like why would I bring that willingly into my life? It's ridiculous. Keep that shit separate. Bamba says hello is a link on the description. Yes, it indeed is, Bamba. Let's see if I got anything cool to show you guys. Yeah, this thing is not doing anything. These Mexican grass lovers. Kiddo says, not gonna lie, I just grow for fun. I see where you're coming from because I procrastinate so much after first flush because I already see success and just have no motivation to initiate second flush. I wish that was my problem. I wish that was the extent of my problems. Tariq says, 100% agree. Love this hobby. Love what you do. That's definitely the key to any profession. Like I look around at the hobby and like the community and like all the nonsense and all the drama and all the bullshit that always happens. This is why I just keep to myself, because I just don't, I've seen it, and that's not why I started this channel. I didn't start this um like I started this channel very much with a insular vision. Like I had my own vision, and I'm just carrying through with the vision. That's it. And it's obviously I'm doing it right because lots of people enjoy my videos. It goes down. Even when my channel gets taken down, it comes back, and so that's it. And that's not to say that I'm hostile towards anybody. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm not like necessarily trying to, like, because I see like some people might go to like other people's stuff and just like be active all the time, and really it's self promo, right? And that's just not my style. That's not my style. It's just like I let my work speak for itself, and I just focus on what I want to do and what I think is best for my community, and that's it. Simple as that. And I'm sorry if I sound really jaded in this live stream. I don't know. I don't know what's up, guys. I guess I am. Like I didn't realize how tired I am. But yeah, it's been a rough couple, rough long time, and you guys don't understand. Like me being a public figure and doing this for a long time, it's like you see things that you guys don't see, but I see people get fooled all the time, but I can't say anything about it. That kind of thing for various reasons. And instead, and it's against my personality, but that's what's necessary to sort of protect everything. And that takes its toll, and I get jaded with that shit, and I don't find that fun at all. But that's why I just like try to basically cut back and just focus on this community. That's it, on me, my work, and you guys. That's plenty for me. That's like enough for me. I don't need any more crap in my life. Like, yeah. What's up, Jesse? Larry Bird said, sorry, I'm late to the stream. Any exciting news to share for the future? Any plans slash... Oh man, so much stuff. In terms of the cultivation side, holy crap, there's so much. Appalencis, I'm going to be releasing that eventually quite soon. We're getting closer and closer to the release. I got like okra squats. I got a bunch of crazy cool okras and also a true gnat from South Africa, wild one. Not the stuff that's going around now, but like a new strain, new landrace, and yeah, and some coral lovers. That's very very kind of niche because a friend made that cross. So a lot of cool stuff going. Bamba says, Bet, appreciate you signing up now, my friend. Much love from New York City. Hope all is well. Cheers, Bamba. I hope to see you soon. Thank you, thank you. Project R1 says, do you need light to incubate? Absolutely not. Glocky says, hey, Sage, how long do Spore Swab store for? What are the ideal conditions for long-term storage? Cool, dark place. That's pretty much, when in doubt, for anything storage related, cool, dark place. But not only that, well, okay, if we're talking about fruits, you got to make sure that the fruits are dried, right? Completely. I got a video on that called proper storage and dehydration. I don't know, something like that. Proper dehydration and storage, somewhere along those lines. But for spore swabs, but the main thing is the species. Some species, their spores last for longer than others. Like for example, I have some Mexican grass lovers here that I received over a year ago, and I put it to Agar in January, and no growth at all. They just did not do it. So, hey, what's up, Fred? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in anyways, man. What was I talking about? Yeah, so it really depends on the species and pretty much the species, not so much the strain. And of course, cool dark please. What's up, Royal Logic? How's it going? Larry Burr says, what's Appalencis? It's a Florida and Mexican grass lover cross. World first. It's unconfirmed, but I can tell you that it is very, very different every single generation. It's the thumbnail that you see for this video. That's from the 4th generation of Appalencis. Really, really cool. Razor Rahman says, do you have any experience growing Liberty Caps de Libertad? I just got a spore print and was wondering if it's more like a grass lover or coral lover. Well, it's a grass lover that you can't do indoors. You got to do it outdoors. Check in, just type that in, the name of the species, the Latin name of the species, and type in the shroomery, and type in Baba Yaga. That guy has a good tech on doing it outdoors because you're not really going to be doing it indoors. Kiddo says, do you know where I can find a list of okra strains? I have no idea. Currently what I have available right now is, well, I suppose I could get the okra squats out. I got some spore prints, but actually, no, maybe I'll wait for the genetics. Well, I could make a couple of swabs. So I got okra squats, which is like really, really rare. They're mutant okras. And I've also got black cap okras, and I got just the regular PS okras, formerly what we used to call PS gnats. Peanuts. Andrew says, how hard is it to clean up spores on agar? Is it easier to do that than gamble on spore to spawn? It really depends. You know, if it's an embedded contamination, then it's tougher. But if it's like, oh, look, there's a little bit of bacteria here or yeast, and the rest of it looks fine, then it's a much easier affair. But if your spores, like for example, when I take spore prints and I make syringes from it, I go straight to grain. I don't mess around with multi-spore. And I haven't had any problems with that. Now, when we talk about vendors, even trusted vendors, you got to remember these vendors, they are big operations. You know, they can't put as much care into every single spore syringe and their sterile technique necessarily. In fact, the technique that they do it usually comes down to basically taking the caps and putting them inside the water and then just like mixing it like crazy. And then after that time, then all the stuff settles, except some of the spores will still be floating around. So then they suck that in. Okay, now that method is good if you're doing a lot, but it's not the cleanest method because everything's going in there. The whole cap is going in there, right? Whereas my method, it's double printed. So I take 2 spore prints, I take the second print, and then I make that into a syringe. No problem at all. It's overpowered, guys. It's overpowered. And by the way, guys, be sure to smash that like. Really appreciate it. And join MycoStage if you'd like to gain access to 80 plus videos. I can't show any fruits on here, but I show all the different species, all the cool fruits and stuff over there. Only $250. It's a super deal. It's a super deal. With the code Appalencis at checkout. And you get some Discord benefits and ad-free YouTube videos, which I'm still reposting, but they'll all be there. Corbiday says, what's the advantage of taking swabs from the second print rather than the first? They're going to be cleaner. They're going to be cleaner because the spores that you get from the second print are the ones that were protected from the outside spores. And the outside spores were the ones that were getting all the outside nastiness onto it. So the idea is the first spore print drops all that. And still generally with me, like the first spore print is plenty clean. But if you want it super clean, like I could make a syringe off the first spore print, no problem. But a little bit safer to go with the second spore print, just because it makes sense. Wow, I really caught up to chat, but I guess there's not too many people in here, so. Razor Rahman says, my cousin had a horse and I was wondering what I'd have to do extra to it to be able to use the poo for. Hey, Rebecca, thank you for your $10 PayPal donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always. Really appreciate it, Becky. So yeah, Razor, what you want to do is you want to basically age that dung, baby. Age it really well in the sun. And by the time that it doesn't smell like dung anymore and it just like crumbles, it doesn't smell at all or anything like that, then it's ready to be used. But having said that, a lot of people like to use horse manure, but I do have some concerns about like, you know, all the stuff that they feed horses because they feed like all sorts of antibiotics and what have you, dewormers and all those chemicals. I would be worried about that leaching into the mushrooms. Nick Marr says, been a minute since I've stopped in. Hope you're well. What's up, Nick Marr? Thanks for checking in. What's up, Beekeeper? Good to see ya. Louise says, hey, so I purchased a monotub kit. That's your first mistake. And they gave me vermiculite for casing media, but the instruction they had for the casing was a bit confusing, and this was my first time casing. Thanks, Becky. I fruited these guys. These guys grew really nicely. But they don't drop any spores. They're like PEs in that sense. Becky says, no Popeyes, eat real food. Yeah, my diet's been so bad lately. Like, I don't have time. Like, you know, by the time that I eat, it's like I'm so tired, I don't want to cook, you know? So, yeah, it's kind of... Louise says, so I guess my question is, I added the casing layer the same time I transferred to tub before I completed colonizing after seeing your videos. See, I messed up. Look, man, if it's vermiculite, it's not a casing layer. It's just a top layer. It's a shitty casing layer, I guess you could say. But they're going to colonize it. I would not worry about it at all. They're not pH adjusted at all. So like whatever they give you in the kit, just do what the kit tells you to do. And don't take anything the kit tells you to heart. Like if they call it a casing, don't believe that it's actually a casing. Like my videos have nothing really to do with any of the kits out there. It's the antithesis of it. So oftentimes the people making the kits don't know anything about what they're like. They don't know anything about mushroom growing. Quite simply put, they're just copying some other crappy kit. Like you look at, there's so much bad info out there. Razor Ramon says, I'll make sure to ask my cousin what she gives the horse. It's kind of her pet, so I'm hoping nothing too crazy. Also, should I age it in open air in the sun or in a box? I'll do it in open air in the sun. Yes, that's correct. Not all mushrooms drop spores. You're going to have to swab some of them, Becky. Louise says, should I let the casing 100% colonize before introducing fruiting conditions? I don't think they're going to be 100% colonized. Just keep it misted, keep it moist, keep it glistening. So here's a good way with vermiculite casing layers. Once you mist them a lot, then take your phone's flashlight and shine it, and it should be really shiny and glistening. So if it's looking like that all the time, then you're good. And just don't think too much about it. I don't know how your kit initiates fruiting conditions. Just always keep fruiting conditions. When in doubt, always do whatever the fruiting conditions are. They're going to be fine. But just make sure they don't dry out. Rebecca says, I know I love to cook, but my body doesn't support my hobby of cooking. Yeah. Glad I could help Luis. What time is it right now? 8:36, okay. Oh, so sleepy. Today's been a weird day. It's been a weird day. Hey, Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Hey, Luis, thank you so much, man, for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate you, bro. And for future reference, anybody who's thinking about giving back through a super chat, YouTube takes 30%. So if you want to have most of the funds come this way, then use the PayPal link in the description. Becky says, just an FYI, tapioca pudding with a micro taster does not taste good. I don't absorb foods well, so I mix it. Gotcha. I bet. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very pleasant mix. Jeremy's Closet says, the other Jeremy has entered the room. I'm just saying hello. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Good to see you again. I don't think the other Jeremy's in the room, though. I haven't seen him today. He's a rare beast. And I say that endearingly. Royal Logic says, when's the next stream? I have some time off soon. Not planned, Royal Logic. I wanted to do the stream actually yesterday, but I just got really busy. But yeah, it's going to be like a surprise thing as always, I suppose. Razor Ramon says, do you think brown rice should be more on the dry side or wet side when trying to get sclerotia from Mexican grass lovers in a jar? I think mine might have stalled because it was too dry. No, definitely on the dry side. You don't want it to be the wet side. But when production stalls, 100% of the time, pretty much, like if your whole thing is fully colonized, then it's not the moisture. It's because there's some kind of embedded contamination inside. That's always been the case. When they stop producing, it's because of some kind of contaminant that they're fighting. So they're changing their energy to avoiding being contaminated. And with that said, guys, I think I'm gonna check out. I'm really like tired today. But thank you all for coming in, really. And thank you for everybody who's contributed to the cause and who signed up to the website. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, genetics and mentorship. I am still doing the genetics. The mentorship, I'm still going to be doing it when I'm away. It's all in the email if you're interested, mycophilia.official@gmail.com. All of the discount codes are in the description. You could help yourself out by getting 10, 15, I think 10% off for genetics, for micropose stuff and things like that. With the code mycophilia at checkout, and also check out my website. So thanks for checking in, guys. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Hey, Susan, thank you so much for the $15 PayPal donation. Thank you. Much appreciated. I will put it to good use. No problem, Razor. Good night, everybody. Much love.